In simple terms, the caucus system is reaching out in your neighborhood and having a few people, kind of like a sampling, take the delegate position, who will actually represent the neighborhood as a whole. All the neighborhoods involved in any particular election, be it a local election like a House district compared to a county or state election, those delegates are samplings from all precincts. And the idea is, if in my mind, is if we have a sampling of delegates who go out and do all that work, then they make a choice. If they're substantially united, then it almost proves that it's unnecessary to actually have a primary. I believe the best thing about the caucus, and I have to go off my own experience when I did it for the first time 6 years ago, is the incredible privilege it is to actually get and meet with all the candidates that you're involved with on a very personal level. Here in Utah, that privilege of being able to be a delegate and actually meet with the candidates, vet them in a way that you're seeing what their personality is like, how they have conversations, that I think is a tremendous benefit in this delegate caucus system. The biggest challenge that I see from my perspective as a county chairman is participation. Starting at the caucus level, or the caucus night event, the neighborhood caucus meeting, where you get very few members of your neighborhood coming. Some caucuses do all right, some do really well. Most actually have 10 to 20% show up, if that. And so, of the voting Republicans in their precinct. For whatever the reasons there is for that, and there's a longer discussion about that, my biggest concern is starting there at the grassroots level. The best way to improve the system is exactly that keyword, communication. The training and education of a delegate, what that actual role is and why one would want to be a delegate, and the benefits of that aren't passed on very well. 50% of our delegates are new every 2 years. And so there's a 50% turnover, which is good, but we also have a strong percentage that stay in for a period of time, to a long time, as I mentioned. And the turnover of the party creates a continual need for education about their purpose, their role, the need for the commitment for that 2 years of being involved. When I ran 2 years ago for the chair as the chair of the party, we had approximately 1,500 delegates in the county, and somewhere around 900 showed up. I was voted in as a majority of 430 according to the records, and so 430, if that's above majority, that's not 50%, that was above majority. And so that's roughly 850 people that showed up that should have been 1,500. The difference between the caucus system being successful the way it's designed to be and it failing is exactly is participation. That's the key element. If everybody participates, then it works. If it doesn't, then the attempt or the intent of the caucus system finding the best people for elected office doesn't work. The challenges lately have been, if half of you show up and make that election and perform, then half the precincts aren't represented. You don't get that full sampling. And so participation is critical for that system to work. If it works, I think it's a great way to eliminate extra cost and need of going through a primary.